Welcome back to Sports Samurai, where the takes are hot and my hope for the Bengals winning season is as dark as Blackie here, aka Umbreon in English. This video I was supposed to record and upload a few weeks ago, right before or right after the first preseason game. Well, my lazy ass decided to wait until all the preseason games are done and upload this, well, technically the day of the first game of the season. So, here's my predictions, which will probably be wrong because I am not a sports pundit, for the 2019 NFL season. Now what I'm going to do here, instead of like every other sports YouTuber, I'm going to go, I sound really condescending when I say that. Sports YouTube and sports Twitter is actually a very amazing place on the internet somehow, right? I wrote down all this stuff about roughly a month ago. These are actually all the first round draft picks from every team. And I'm going to go through those teams and see how those draft picks did and see how their hopes are for a successful season. So, without further ado, I'm going to read off of my computer here. The Cardinals drafting quarterback Kyler Murray. Yeah, he's going to start. A lot of quiet optimism. The Cards seem to be like, yeah, okay, we're going to do something. I don't know. We'll see after week 1 how they're going to do it, but I still think they're going to have like a 6-10 season, you know. Nick Bosa from OSU, go Buckeyes. He suffered an ankle sprain in practice. He missed a few preseason games. I don't know how he's going to do it. Let me look it up on the phone here. Looks like he's going to be making his debut in the opener. 49ers, though, once again, how is their quarterback situation, right? I have no idea. I mean, they got their defense fixed, but I don't know how their offense is going to be. I really don't. Quinnen Williams from the Butt Fumble, a.k.a. the New York Jets. Everyone's pumped up for this guy, but I still think they might butt fumble. I mean, they got a premium offseason haul, especially in free agency, but I still don't think they got it. 6-10, my prediction for them as well. The Raiders, yeah. So, Cleveland Farrell, he's going to be a mentor to Perfect, which I'm like, okay. I don't know what the hell they're doing, in all honesty. They're such a volatile team. They got Perfect and they got AB. I mean, they got pieces, but it's like these pieces are probably not the pieces you want, right? I mean, Josh Jacobs, he was silent throughout camp, and I mean, everyone's like, he might be okay, but... And then Jonathan Abrams, I think he's going to be the new face of the Raiders in terms of their performance, but, you know, you really don't know in this sort of situation. If he develops well, he'll probably be decent. You never know. He's probably going to get wasted on this team and eventually traded to a good team where he might get a ring or something. I don't know. Raiders under Gruden, though, I still have no hope. 6-10 once again for the Raiders. And Devin White, the Bucks pick. I can't figure out what he's doing. He apparently was an avid horse rider and he lost his favorite horse during the preseason. He was just quiet. So, I mean, I don't know if he's even going to be starting, right? There's nothing on there, really. Let's go to the derp here. One of my favorite sports tubers teams, 5 Points Vids. If you follow 5 Points Vids and Urinating Tree, they do a live stream called The Dumpster Fire. And during the draft, when they drafted Jones, the reaction from 5 Points Vids was quite enjoyable. However, we were laughing at the drafting, thinking that he was going to be just another Peter meme. But yeah, wow. After the preseason games, everyone is like, okay, give him his Hall of Fame jacket right now. I still don't buy it. 7-9, maybe for the derp. I don't know. Dexter Lawrence and DeAndre Baker, the two other picks they made in the first round. I mean, they look like they're going to be good for the long-term rebuild if they do it properly. But can you trust Gettleman with the derp? I really don't know. I mean, the Giants have a couple seasons to prove themselves, and you know, I really do hope Daniel Jones proves me wrong and proves everybody else wrong, because, I mean, he looked good in the preseason, but, you know, it's the preseason, right? That doesn't translate into the regular season a lot of times. I mean, Josh Allen with Jacksonville Jaguars, yeah, he's gonna be amazing. And Jags could put together a good season, make a great playoff run if they are smart. That's the thing. They got Nick Foles, my old arch nemesis from U of A. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be good. They're going to be a good team. I think they're going to make a really strong playoff run this year, especially that their defense is that solid now. So there you go, right? TJ Hawkinson, he's going to be a beast of a tight end, but it's Detroit. I think he's going to be a waste. Like, his career is going to be wasted Larry Fitzgerald style. I can't give a prediction on Detroit because, I mean, their coach is shit, but their pieces are okay. I mean, I don't know. Mid-tier team, 8-8. That's my like, guess right there. That's my really generous guess for them. Where was I at? Ed Oliver for Buffalo. I have no hope for them. I mean, they might get a wild card spot, but, I mean, Josh Allen, the quarterback, needs to show his potential. He's not that good of a passer. He's a great runner, but you got to pass in this day and age in the NFL. But Devin Bush, he needs a couple years to be the guy for the Steelers defense. Their defense is still sort of shaky. Now they got all the they got a lot of their cancerous bullshit out of their locker room in the offseason. But that does leave Big Ben, who is aging, far fewer pieces. And I really hope Juju steps up for them because otherwise we're going to see a lot of Yinzer eruption on the Twitter. Which I look forward to seeing, personally, but Alright, Jonah Williams. Okay, as a Bengals fan, this is just... I have never seen a team begin their tanking so blatantly early. Like, here's the thing. I'll make another video about this about the Dolphins and their tanking, but it's like their first round pick, which was needed to rebuild the O-line, is out for the year before the year even started, before camp even started. We lost a lot of different stuff, but AJ Green's out. We have no offense. Andy Dalton's gonna break his freaking legs without an O-line. Our defense, we have a couple pieces there, which would help for a rebuild, but it's either blow it up right now and just openly punt the season. Don't even start Dalton, even waive him, try to get a first-round draft pick out of somebody throughout the year, or just suck. Either way, we're probably going to be at the bottom of the barrel, which would be, I'm actually actively hoping that we get the first-round pick because, I mean, it worked in 2002 when we got Carson Palmer, but, we had... Marvin Lewis is our coach then, and yeah, incompetence galore. So even though we're actively tanking for Tua, I highly doubt we're gonna do anything this season, anything positive, anything at all positive. But I look forward to watching the shit show unfold in front of me. All right, moving on to Rashawn Gary from the Packers draft pick. They also drafted to get Darnell Savage. So they got an offensive lineman and someone for their D, and also in the offseason they got a lot of free agency. So they are really, really hoping that their O-line doesn't bend and snap Aaron Rodgers in half. I think Aaron Rodgers has a couple more years left before he gets tired and quits Andrew Luck style. I will get to him in a second. I don't even think they had a first-round pick, did they? I don't know. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, they could win their division or they could go 8-8. That's the volatility of their division, in all honesty. Christian Wilkins, he's a good piece for their rebuild, and I'm with a few people. I mean, I don't think they're going to be actively tanking for Tua. I mean, they're starting Fitzception. They have Josh Rosen as well. I mean, they traded for two quarterbacks, which can hold a solid team. I mean, I don't know. They're out. I mean, their coach, which is a lot more stable of a coach than Gruden, says they're not tanking actively. Like, they're actually trying to win. And because of I think they're putting forward their best effort. They're going to blow the tank and get the second round pick, which will probably end up being better than the Bengals pick. If we get Tua or if we get Lawrence, it doesn't really matter, right? I got no hope. Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry for the Falcons. Yeah. It's one of those teams that makes me do the whole Japanese sucking through your teeth type of things. I mean, I have no idea. McGarry was under surgery for a while over the offseason because he had a heart issue. So who knows if he's going to come back to form because, after you have the, scare like that, it's like, do you really, athletes naturally kind of hold back on their performance. And this is his rookie year. So it's like, who knows, really? I honestly have no idea what the Falcons are going to do this season. It's hard to tell, really. All right, moving on to Dwayne Haskins. I originally wrote that he was going to be starter game one, and I was pretty much fooled. Whatever. I mean, he'll start the season sometime soon. It'll be like Chiefs style, like how Alex Smith got taken out for the last game or the last couple games or whatever, and then Pat Mahomes became the Chiefs starter, and then Pat Mahomes became Pat Mahomes, right? Montez Sweat, he's the other guy. I really don't know what he's gonna do. The Skins want him to be their punt returner. I mean, he might be really good, but like, this is Dan Snyder's team, and they have a track record for horrific injuries. The Redskins do. So, I mean, Haskins will probably start due to a Wentz injury, and he'll probably be good if they, do the O-line well. And Montez Sweat, I mean, he'll be okay, I think, but the Skins need a couple more years before they can prove themselves. I don't think they're going to get in the playoffs this season. I really don't know. I mean, it could happen, especially if they decide to start Dwayne Haskins, right? Go Buckeyes. I don't know. Panthers. Their guy that they drafted, Brian Burns, he's going to be good, but like Cam might do an Andrew Luck as well at the end of the season. I mean, that dude's hurting back. So, I think that one O-line mishap will cause Cam Newton to be absolutely out of it. And my high school classmate from St. Xavier High School, Luke Kuechly, I feel bad for this guy. I like Luke. I liked Luke when I was in high school, and he's obviously the face of their defense, but I hope they have a good season. I really do. All right. Garrett Bradbury, the Vikings draft pick. They got cap hell. That's what happens when you throw money at Kirk Cousins. Why would you do that? I don't know. I mean, they might make it to the playoffs. They might not. The Titans drafting Jeffrey Simmons. He's still fixing his ACL. I mean, is he going to play? Let me look at Google Sensei here. I didn't even bother checking. Not being ruled out for 50-man roster. That was a few days ago. So, I mean, he might be on the roster. Nope, he's being NFI'd. Okay, he's not going to be playing. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Did they really need to pick him? They could have got him second round. I don't know. Noah Fant. That's good sports. That's good Broncos. That's another YouTuber from the community. Or, I'm not a part of the community. That's another YouTuber from that community. I think he's going to be a great tight end. I mean, it's Joe Flacco, so it's obviously tight ends, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, they might be 8-8. I mean, That's Good Sports thinks they're going to be really good. 9-7. A couple of NFL pundits or whatever think they're going to be absolute shit and going to win Tank Bowl. We'll see. That's the thing. On the stream I was watching this morning with, they were doing another stream, and That's Good Sports was on the stream. His name is Brandon Perna. He's a great dude. Follow him on Twitter. He was like, I really have no idea what's going to happen with this team. They're either going to be really, really shit or really good. So it's hard to say, right? Andre Dillard. My honest opinion, the Eagles for Andre Dillard, they got to steal. He's going to be a great player. I mean, he's got a lot of potential. And they're bringing back, Carson Wentz if he stays healthy. Eagles can make a very deep playoff run. That's my opinion. So, could happen, right? Titus Howard, they were looking good, and then they got rid of Clowney. What the hell is going on down there? Is their GM just as stupid as Gettleman? Or stupider than Rutherford from the Pens? I mean, anyway, to the Ravens. Marquise Brown, AB's cousin, I thought it was, right? Marquise Brown. Hollywood Brown suffered a foot injury during camp, but I think he'll be fine. He will be pretty good, but everyone's hoping he doesn't end up like AB. I mean, so far, so good, right? But the team, who knows? Lamar Jackson showed a lot of prowess, which led them to the division title last season. If he develops in the pocket, he'll be good this season, as everyone's been saying. If they beat the Browns, they got the division. If not, maybe wild card. Who knows? Actually, I don't even think they'll get wild card if the Chargers have a good season. The Pats getting N'Keal Harry. Everyone's been saying this at this point. We all thought that they're going to be dead last season, myself included. Obviously, I didn't say that because I didn't make a YouTube video on them last season because I didn't have this series last season. Look, the Pats are going to be a threat. They're going to be, the division sucks. Their division absolutely sucks, especially with like two teams in that division openly tanking. They're going to just, it's going to be the Pats until Brady retires. And even then, they'll probably end up getting a quarterback out of nowhere to develop. That's how the Pats work, right? That's how the Patriots work. So I really don't know what they're going to do. I think they're going to be good. They're going to get the division. They're going to be in the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs. That's the thing. I think the Chiefs might beat the Patriots. So let's go with the teams I didn't mention. So that'd be the Chiefs and the Colts. And if I forgot to mention a team, it's because I'm recording this and I'm really freaking tired. Oh, I'm also going to cover the Browns too. Sorry. So anyway, okay, let's go with the Chiefs. So they got rid of a couple of their players. Kareem Hunt, he's going to the Browns. That was a pretty good weapon for Patrick Mahomes, but I really think he was necessary for Mahomes to be successful and for the Chiefs to be successful. I think they might go to the AFC Championship and win the AFC Championship for the Chiefs because they just have that sort of tenacity. I mean, we thought they were going to be shit when they got rid of a lot of stuff and Tyreek Hill ended up spinning the wheel of discipline positively. But, I mean, they stay clean. They're going to be AFC Championship game. I would put $50 on it if I could, if I had $50, right? Colts! All right, what started out as a lot of hype through the season, now everyone's like, oh, Jesus, what's going on? If Luck retired before the draft, they would have traded up in the draft and got a quarterback. But a lot of people are actually saying, okay, hold on a minute. Jacoby Brissett's going to be a good quarterback. And I'm one of those people. I think he needs maybe 1 or 2 years to develop, but he's got the people around him. He's got an actual offensive line, which the Colts didn't have for a while. The defense looks solid. I mean, they made a couple of moves in the offseason. I mean, it's going to be a prove-it year for Jacoby Brissett. That's the thing. That's the volatility of the NFL. I mean, they could be really good, and if Jacoby Brissett really shows his abilities, they could be in the playoffs. Or they could be actively tanking for Tua. We don't know, right? And Browns, I don't think the Browns had a draft pick. They did not have a draft pick. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the Browns, AFC North champions. I'm just going to... Look... It could go either way. They can go 4-12. They can go 12-4. They can go 16-0. I mean, seriously, that's the type of team that the Browns put together. If they stay out of trouble, they stay smart, especially in the last half of the season when Kareem Hunt, I believe, when he comes back, they're going to be good. They're going to be really good. Baker Mayfield is he's one of my favorite people who plays the game right now. And I think they got the confidence to do it, but they could also absolutely shit the bed. So, did I forget any teams? I don't know if I forgot any teams. I wrote this a long time ago. So, who's going to win the division? AFC North goes to the Browns. AFC East goes to the Pats. AFC West goes to the Chiefs. It's really hard not to choose the Chiefs there. And AFC South, that's a coin flip. I mean, I'd say Jags. It could be anybody in that team in that division, depending on how big Dick Nick performs, right? As for the NFC East, I think it's gonna go towards the Eagles. NFC North, the Packers, if they keep their shit in order. NFC South, the Saints, and NFC West goes to the Rams. I didn't mention the Rams, Saints. Who else did I mention? So I didn't mention the Rams. I didn't mention the Saints. I didn't mention the Seahawks, did I? Yeah, I don't think I mentioned the Seahawks, and I didn't mention the Cowboys. Sorry about that. So I'll just go mention them now. I'm not going to put this in the beginning of the video because why not, right? So Cowboys, I think they are a fringe playoff contender this year. I mean, they just got to stay healthy and they got to get their team in order. I mean, this holdout is just kind of embarrassing for them. But
after I recorded this, news broke Ezekiel Elliott signed a deal that really got him money. $90 million deal made him the highest paid running back. So yeah, I guess the Cowboys are going to be fighting for the division championship. You know, they're pretty much guaranteed to be in the playoffs at this point. So yeah, they're going to be around, that's for sure.
Who knows what they're going to do? They might prove me wrong, right? The Saints, this is their prove it year. This is like the last window of their contention, right? I think if shit goes wrong, they might blow up and try to trade up for a draft pick for a replacement for Drew Brees. Rams, I mean, Jared Goff just got a huge extension. He's their man. Yeah, that's it for this prediction video. It'll probably be completely inaccurate by the end of the season. I love to watch stuff go haywire, so let me know what you guys think of this video. I don't have any green screen set up because editing that green screen is just a pain on my computer's ass. Let me know if you guys like this video and want to see more of these. Let me know what prediction videos I should do for the upcoming seasons for basketball and hockey. If you want me to see those, let me know. And I'll see you on the next video. Take it easy, Phoenicians.